Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He scores B+. He's a good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to talk about going far than actually doing what it takes. While he's full of ideas and excitement, he may not put in the hard work every single day that true success needs. When things don't go his way, he might lose his temper or blame others instead of finding solutions.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to react quickly and strongly, sometimes losing his cool. Instead of quietly figuring out what to do next, he might get angry, raise his voice, or blame the people around him. If you want a partner who stays calm and steady during tough times, this quality may be a challenge.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may find him difficult to deal with. He isn't afraid to speak his mind, sometimes sharply, and doesn't always pay attention to being polite or gentle. Disagreements can turn into arguments because he's quick to get upset and stand his ground.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is likely to feel proud of your success, at least on the surface, and will show excitement when you do well. He enjoys being around strong, independent people and won't shy away from talking about your achievements. But if he's not doing as well himself, his mood can swing quickly. Sometimes he may get frustrated or even lash out if he feels left behind.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he might not hide his feelings very well. At first, he could act proud and show off your achievements to others, but over time, he may start feeling competitive or frustrated. Instead of keeping quiet, he might make sharp comments or let his irritation show during arguments.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite organized when it comes to money, so he won't spend carelessly or make rash purchases. You can expect him to keep track of expenses, plan ahead, and think through financial decisions, sometimes even to the point of being overly strict. He prefers to avoid surprises or risks, so shopping sprees or impulsive buys are rare for him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He tends to live within his means and doesn't put on a show just to impress others. He's careful and practical about money, so you won't see him buying fancy things or trying to act richer than he is. This means he's not likely to get into debt just for appearance.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is kind hearted and wants to help others, but he's careful with money and may hesitate to spend freely, even for people he cares about. He enjoys giving support, but it's more likely to be in the form of encouragement or advice rather than gifts or financial help. If someone is struggling, he'll listen and try to understand, but don't expect him to open his wallet easily.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is usually open about money but can be quite firm about how things should be handled. He won't hide expenses or play tricks, but he may want things done his way and can be quick to point out if he thinks you're wasting money. You'll always know where the money goes, but his approach can feel a bit strict or bossy at times.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He likes things to be neat and organized, so he'll care a lot about how the house is kept. However, he's likely to have strong opinions about how chores should be done. If he feels something isn't right, he may get frustrated or even raise his voice.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will probably get involved with chores and even help out with things like diapers, but he's likely to do it with a lot of instructions and opinions. You may find that he's quick to tell you how things should be done, or he might redo tasks if they aren't up to his standard. While he won't just sit back and let you do everything, be prepared for his help to sometimes feel like supervision.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he'll argue to show he's right rather than truly listen to your side. He's quick to jump into debates and wants to win, which can make it feel like he cares more about being correct than about your feelings. Even if you're hurt or just want to share your thoughts, he might cut you off or talk over you.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can say things that are sharp or even hurtful, and his reactions may get loud or intense. He doesn't always stop himself from lashing out with strong words or showing his frustration openly. It's important to think about whether you're comfortable with this side of him before moving forward.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly. Sometimes over small things, his temper can come out suddenly, and you might feel like you're always walking on eggshells, not knowing what will set him off next. This is a serious red flag, not something to ignore or hope will get better on its own.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or admit when he's wrong. When something goes wrong, he's more likely to blame you or the situation rather than take responsibility himself. This can leave you feeling misunderstood or unfairly blamed.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He can be pushy and doesn't always take no easily. If you set a boundary or say you're not comfortable with something, he might try to argue, persuade, or keep pressing until he gets his way. This is a real concern because you deserve a partner who listens to your limits and truly accepts them.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding and giving you space, he might feel rejected or even become upset, making you feel guilty for saying no. He could respond with frustration, sharp words, or by pestering you to change your mind.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be careful. He can be unpredictable when upset, and there's a chance he might bring up private things during arguments to prove a point or win a fight. He doesn't always stop himself before saying things that cross the line.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He likes attention and enjoys being around people, so he might sometimes get carried away with flirting or trying to impress other women. While he doesn't set out to be unfaithful, he can be impulsive and might not always think about how his actions affect you. If he feels bored or unsatisfied, he could get tempted to seek excitement elsewhere.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he's likely to show signs of being over possessive. He might question where you are, who you're with, or even check up on you more than feels comfortable. If you feel suffocated or lose your freedom, take this seriously. Possessiveness often grows into bigger problems over time.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, his protective nature is more likely a sign of a controlling personality than genuine care. He might call his actions looking out for you that day, but in reality, he wants things his way and expects you to follow his rules. While it may feel caring at first, over time it becomes clear that it's about control, not love.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will want to be involved in parenting and won't leave all the work to you. However, he likes to be in charge and expects things to be done his way, which can sometimes make it feel less like true teamwork. He may take over decisions or correct how you handle things, leading to power struggles.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. His first reaction is often strong and loud. He may raise his voice, get angry quickly, or say things that sting. Instead of patiently listening or helping the kids feel better, he tends to focus on what went wrong and wants things fixed right away.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He might appreciate your efforts as a mother, but truly supporting you as your own person could be difficult for him. He likes things done his way and can become frustrated or critical if you focus on your own needs or goals outside the family. While he'll notice and value what you do at home, he may not always understand why you need time or space for yourself and could argue or push back when you try.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the type who might seem supportive of your career at first, but later expect you to step back or quit once you have a child. He wants things to run a certain way at home and may feel strongly that your main focus should become the family. If your work and independence are important to you, be very clear about your plans and watch for signs of changing expectations once you start a family.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to be polite, but not deeply warm with your parents. He may show respect and follow social rules when they visit, but genuine affection or real closeness might be missing. Warmth may come only if it fits into his ways and comfort zone. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than change himself for them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family causes stress or interferes, he is more likely to get upset and make things worse rather than handle it calmly. His temper can flare quickly and he might react with harsh words or impatience instead of trying to smooth things over. This can lead to bigger arguments or awkwardness, both with you and your family.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is very likely to behave in a modern, open way when you're alone together, but expect you to follow traditional roles and behavior in front of his relatives. He can be enthusiastic and forward thinking privately, but once family or elders are involved, he may want you to act like a proper supportive wife, following customs, showing extra respect, and fitting in with their expectations. This double standard can feel confusing and sometimes unfair, so talk about these roles early and clearly to avoid disappointment or feeling pressured to be someone you're not.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to take charge and step in, but mostly to protect his own views and how things should be. He won't quietly stay out of it, and he probably won't blindly take your side either. If your needs clash with his family's ways, expect him to push for what feels right to him.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not the classic mummy's boy who always sides with his mother, but you may still find him stubborn about his family's ways. In a conflict, he's likely to look at the situation from his own perspective and pick the side that matches his views and what he thinks is right, not just automatically support you or his mother. So, while you may get support at times, be ready for tough conversations and stand your ground when it matters to you.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister, especially if he feels upset or wants backup. He doesn't always see the harm in talking about personal issues outside the marriage and may believe he's just getting advice or support. This can become a big problem for your trust and intimacy, as your private life will no longer feel safe or truly private.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So this is why this guy scores B plus. He's a good guy. Day in and day out, being with this man can feel like living with a mix of excitement and tension. He brings energy and strong opinions to everyday life, making some moments lively and interesting.